So these are going to be my top 3 stocks that I'm planning to watch and potentially trade if they can hit my levels of interest with the right 30-minute confirmations heading into Friday, as the 0-date options will be expiring on these stocks. Let's get straight into the analysis. So in terms of the top 3 stocks, it's going to be AMD, GameStop, and Tesla. In terms of my analysis for SPY, if we are seeing red bearish 30-minute patterns at this particular zone, I'm going to be interested in buy and put options. The zone's going to be 530 to 530.50. Also keep an eye on 533.50. Very unlikely that the SPY goes that high heading into tomorrow. Now, in terms of the levels for call options, it's going to be the zone of 526.30 to 526 gap close reversal. I'll be looking for bullish 30-minute patterns, bullish 30-minute confirmations, bullish 30-minute trend reversal confirmations in between that zone. Now, if the SPY is reacting bearish at that 526 level, the next level where I'd be interested in buying call options is going to be this zone. Previous resistance has not been tested. This is where the bears got trapped at this double top on the 30-minute chart at 523.78. That will likely react to support. The second level under that is going to be the gap close reversal. So that in itself is 2 trading strategies. Previous resistance can react to support, especially when you have a massive bear trap, and then the SPY quickly drops back down to that previous resistance level. It could bounce along with the gap close reversal at 523.30. So if we're seeing bullish 30-minute patterns at that particular zone, I'll be very interested in buying call options. Now, in terms of the top stocks that I'm planning to watch and potentially trade heading into tomorrow, first one is going to be Tesla. So in terms of Tesla, if Tesla gaps down heading into tomorrow, I'm going to be very interested in buying call options in between the zone of 168. You got a lot of strong support down here. And then you have the gap that's waiting to fill below at 168.50. That's going to be the overall zone where I'm going to be interested in buying call options on Tesla. Now, that's just speaking for tomorrow. If that level hits later on, I'm not really going to be interested in it. So again, purpose of this video is mainly analysis for tomorrow if these levels of interest, that I'm planning to trade at hit, because I'm going to be focused on 0-date options, and I'm also focused on overreactions at these levels hitting at a specific time, a specific deadline. It gets more advanced. I don't want to go too much into it. But anyways, man, you could just think about it. These main levels are mainly just for tomorrow. So if they hit, there could be a trade. If they don't hit, then there's no particular trade overall, but you can still keep them on your radar for a potential trade. Now, GameStop. This is one I would keep a close eye on. This is going to be very important. For those of you who watched that video that I posted last year in October, I told you to buy Leap options on JetBlue. I got you in at the exact fucking lows on JetBlue, and I nearly got you in at the exact low on GameStop. I made a video about GameStop, literally the Leap options. I told you to buy the fucking Leap options. If you would have bought those Leap options, you could have made a fuck ton, because it ended up spiking to 80, and I made the video when the price was at 14, and the overall zone that I said to look to buy or even to add to scale in was towards that $11 to $12 range. So anyways, I got you in towards the exact lows on JetBlue Leaps. I got you in nearly towards the exact lows on fucking GameStop. If you watch the video, it's the second link down below in the description. But in terms of GameStop, we are approaching a gap. The gap is going to be at 1750. Keep an eye on a potential gap close reversal at that particular gap. It's also previous resistance can react to support. It is a strong high level of interest to keep an eye for a potential trade on GameStop. Now, our last stock, and by the way, you can keep this for future reference as well. Very strong confirmation that we will spike when GameStop goes back to $11 a share. You can keep an eye on daily patterns as well. That's more of a long-term trading idea for a potential swing trade. Great price to be targeting call options. So our final stock is going to be AMD. AMD is going to be a must watch heading into tomorrow. It is extremely volatile, and the 0-date options will be expiring. So one thing you should do as well is every single Thursday, you should be planning, your top stocks to be watching that are going to be, on Friday, the contract's going to be expiring, the 0-date options. That's another thing you can do besides just trading SPY. So that's just an idea as well. You could be planning for stocks the night before. You could be planning for stocks literally in the morning, the next day on Friday. So anyways, let's get into it, man. So the main, level of interest where I'm interested in buying call options on AMD, if AMD had some sort of massive gap down tomorrow, it would be a no-brainer to buy call options at the gap, 153.30. So this is going to be a must-watch. The volatility is there. It was just at 173. It closed at 160.40. It's kind of in between this channel right now. So keep a very close eye on this 153 level. If it hits tomorrow for a gap close reversal, it's very likely to spike and have a reversal at that particular level. You can also keep an eye for future reference at 150.64. You have a gap down there with strong support. Make sure you're using the right confirmations. There is bullish 30-minute patterns, trend reversal 30-minute patterns. My main overall trading strategy for confirming that these levels will be working is going to be the 30-minute trading strategies that I've created. That's where it gets a lot more advanced. But we're kind of in the middle right now, and it's this make or break zone. You have a gap right here that already filled at 159.66. Then you're going to have a new gap right here towards this previous support make or break at this 160.50. So we're in this make or break zone in the middle. If AMD gaps down, and if we can hit this gap at 153.33, that'd be a phenomenal price to buy call options on heading into tomorrow. So keep an eye on Tesla, keep an eye on AMD, keep an eye on GameStop. Now that's my overall analysis. So in terms of my secured private organization, if you guys do want to join Team Roar, it's going to be the first link down below within the description. And what you're getting access to is a real-time options train alert system. So in terms of some background to the 0-date options train alert system, this is very simple. I'm just going to briefly explain some of the basics. We do not use stop loss. When we trade 0-date option contracts, there is no need to use a stop loss because the contracts are so cheap. So since we are removing the stop loss from the trade, that means that we can hold the trade for the entire day till it expires. And if it goes in the money, those dead plays that are down 50, 60, 70, 80% can go in the money and come back to life for a win. So one of the ways that we increased our winnings was very simple, removing the stop loss. If you remove the stop loss, you have an opportunity to go back in the money. If you can't afford to fucking risk $100 on a trade, then just don't fucking trade, man. The contracts are so cheap. You can risk everything you're putting into them. It could be like 2% of your account or less. So with that being said, you can see in terms of the trades, this was the trade that we had yesterday during the power hour trading session. Let's buy 5305 SPX calls for 110 cents, risking $110 a contract. And then in terms of making, selling at $500 plus a fucking contract, a 500 fucking percent return at the speed of fucking light. That is what we are focused on doing towards that power hour trading session. So in terms of trading SPX during 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m., this is part of the system. These contracts will range from like $50 to $150. And when we're trading these contracts and they work out, we can make 300 to 500%. So let's say we were trading in the morning and in the middle of the day, and we made a couple trades on SPY, cheaper contracts, 20, 30, 40 cents, and they didn't work out. One SPX play can make back several losses on fucking SPY, man. You could hit a 5x, you could hit a fucking 10x on SP fucking X, plus the contracts on SPX are higher. So you can literally trade morning or middle of the day. You can go green and then call it for the fucking day. And then if you're red, you can play one SPX fucking play and you can make it all fucking back. So with this particular system, you do not need a high win rate. That's the beauty of trading 0-date options with a particular system. So we're buying extremely cheap contracts in the morning to the middle of the day on SPY, like 30, 40, 50 cents. Then towards power hour, we're focused on an SPX play where the contracts are a bit higher, but the returns are the biggest percentage gains. So you can literally just trade during the power hour, or you could trade morning, middle of the day. And if you go green, you could just fucking call it if you want. If you go red, you can make it all back on SP fucking X, man. So the returns are fucking explosive, and this is the lowest barrier to entry. You do not need a lot of money to trade these particular contracts. You do not need a high win rate. It's literally about risk management 101. And the only stop that we are using inside of Team Roar is a profit stop. So the way we increase our winning and our winning percentages is by adding to the winners. When we win, the winning tends to be big and it tends to be in our favor. So if we're barely down or if we're barely up and we see a confirmation to add, we will look to add. One small move in our favor, we are winning more. And then we protect the profits by setting a profit stop. We get stopped out for fucking profits and we don't have stop losses fucking set because our max risk per trade is what we're putting in to these fucking premiums. They're so fucking cheap. You could let them fucking expire worthless and you're going to see when a play goes down 50, 60, 70% and you hold it, in my experience, 70% of the time, it comes back to life and goes in the money, going from red to fucking green. Now, the focus here is not to be adding to losers. The main focus is to be adding when you're barely down or barely up, when you're seeing a confirmation to increase the winnings and protecting the risk and protecting the capital, especially when adding the profit stop. It's going to secure that you do not go green to red. So with that being said, that's some of the background to the real-time options trading alert system. Every single day, you are getting access to a morning market game plan with a screenshot and explanation on what to be doing and what to be looking for. So there's typically a couple trades per day during, you have the trade during the morning usually, then you have the trade during the middle of the day, and then you usually always have that trade during power hour. That is the best trading session to be trading. In terms of my trades inside of Team Roar, you're mainly only going to see me trade during the power hour trading session. That's what I do best in terms of my style of trading when I'm going further out of the money on zero date options. Now, with that being said, in terms of the trades that were made today, you could see at 10:20 a.m., let's buy 528 SPY puts for 44 cents a contract. Got these puts at 44 cents a contract, and you could see we're breaking down the real-time market analysis when we're not in a trade, when we're in between the trade. So that's what you have to understand. This is a very systematic approach to not only make you money, but for you to learn and understand what it is that we're doing. You get access to a real-time trade entry, and then you get access to the real-time market analysis in between the trade, and then again, the system, where to set the profit stops, and then when to get profit stopped out, and then when to sell, right? We're not going to set profit stops all the time. Sometimes we're going to sell into the move. You get access to that real-time X alert. So I just want you to understand, this isn't just entry and exit trade alerts. This is a very systematic approach to make you money with the schedule that we have designed on the real-time options trade alerts. And we're only doing this on zero date options. So you're getting the market analysis in between the trade. You're also getting market analysis when we're not in a trade. So we're breaking down the market analysis for you. You're going to learn so much just by being inside of Team Roar. And then I'm also explaining where to add to the contracts, right? And then when we exit a trade, you're going to see a full play breakdown. This is literally going to recap the trade. So like I said, man, for those of you who are serious about learning how to trade, especially with this fucking style, the way to learn how to trade is to fucking trade. So if you trade inside of Team Roar and you have the right eye, you have the right mindset, the right way of thinking about this, you're going to begin to see why we're in these trades. And then in real time, you're going to get market analysis and you're going to begin to learn and see why we're adding, why we're setting profit stops here, the trade breakdown, recapping the trade. This is all alerted 100% in real fucking time, right? So I just want you to understand, because a lot of people, they want to know, how do I learn how to fucking trade? Well, when you trade with us, that's one of the ways how you're going to fucking learn. And you got to use this to your advantage, right? So you use the right time frames, look at the timestamps, and you're going to begin to see what it is that we're seeing, along with if you've been watching all the videos that I've posted, right? So you're going to see gap close reversal trades alerted here in real time as well, along with some of the unique 30-minute trading strategies that I've created. And like I said, you're going to see my trades inside the Roar chat during that power hour trading session. On average, there's usually 5 trades from me per week. And then GWAR, there's a couple trades usually every single day. Now, with that being said, in terms of that trade, you can see right here, 528 SPY puts for 44 cents a contract, ended up exiting those puts literally right here at 73 cents a contract, man. And you would think the fucking winning would stop there, but no, it's just nonstop fucking winning. You can see right here, 1:21 p.m. Let's buy 528 SPY puts for 42 cents a contract. These puts quickly went to 200 fucking cents a contract, man. Who the fuck do you know is printing like us, man? SPX yesterday, fucking 500% return. These fucking trades on SPY, fucking 400% returns, man. Who the fuck is printing like us? The speed of fucking light. So look, if you want to get access to Team Roar, my secured private organization, and you want to start making money with us and learning how to trade, because the way you learn how to trade is to literally fucking trade, man. You'd be surprised. I'm telling you, if you work with the right trader and you fuse with them, there's a connection, it could take your trading to all-time highs, to the next level. And it could change a lot of your beliefs that you used to believe in terms of your old styles of trading. So like I said, man, in terms of one way to change your life in general as a trader is to fuse with another trader, right? So if you guys do want to trade with us, it's going to be the first link down below with the description. Now, if you excuse me, I'm heading back to my secured private organization of Team Roar.